Hi, very good afternoon to you. It's Dean from Maverickstar Observatory. Just wanted to quickly drop in here, guys, and give you the latest Geo Anomalies that are taking place with our planet currently, starting with the CO2. But before I do, as always, I want to thank those few very good people that are, standing the line here with us. I know it's a hard time for everyone. Christmas coming up, and a lot of money going out for a lot of people. But it's one of the worst times for our observatory for raising any funding at this time of the year, and it's because I suppose everybody else has a lot of other things to think about financially. But we still have to keep the lights on at the observatory as well as other things. So I completely and totally appreciate those people standing with us at the moment, and if I could just encourage just a few more people at this particular time of the year to step up and chuck in a few bucks. I want to thank our patrons, those people that make one-off donations on PayPal, and also our very special people that collect data for us and relay that back to us here at the UK so we can process it and put it up on the website. We are not just a YouTube channel, we have a dedicated website to the pole shift, as well as all the other anomalies that take place. There's some real good resources on there that are updated many times a day. So again, if we could just do a little bit better than what we usually do, and just to give you a brief idea, and then we will get on with the Earth Alpha at a glance. We can have 6,000 or 7,000 people watch any particular video, and out of that 6,000 or 7,000, just 3 or 4 people will donate. It's really that bad. So big thanks to those that do, but it would be great if just a few more could step up. Okay, let's get on with the latest Earth Alpha at a glance. So we've got atmospheric CO2 at 31, slight increase from last week, but over the year average still dropping. No mention of this by the mainstream media, and we know why, because CO2 is big bucks for them organisations, and obviously if the media aren't driving the agenda with CO2 being one of the worst things that our planet's ever had in its atmosphere, then obviously no one would be making money, would they, in the governments around the world. And this is really what drove up all our energy bills, and we really need to stick together and do something about this, because it's nothing short of criminality. Then we've got atmospheric oxygen at 20.18, massive reservoir of oxygen. Then we've got the latest latitude and longitude of the magnetic North Pole, taken on the 17th of last month. Radiation background count has dropped just slightly to 00.15 microsieverts. There are 27 volcanoes in eruption at current time. The latest earthquake in the last 24 hours, the largest magnitude, is what we always look at when we do the Earth Alpha at glance. You can see it is 6.1 in Tonga. The muons per hour per square meter, this is what we built with the help of MIT designing the muon detectors. We just built them basically, which was hard enough in its own right, and they're pretty costly. But the muons in the UK are at 557 per square meter per hour, and over in the UK, the last time I had muon data, and I'm due muon data in the next day or two from Kendall, one of our superstars, but the last one he sent me was 883 muons per square meter per hour. There are currently 5 sunspots on the disk. We are currently in a geomagnetic storm. The X-rays are normal at current times. They are probably going to change over the next couple of days, and of course our jet streams around the world are unsettled, and we know why that is, because of the extra cosmic rays and the weakened heliosphere due to the the grand solar minimum. So in a nutshell, nothing of immediate importance to worry about. The magnetic North Pole is still migrating at around 5.1 miles, 5.2 miles per month, and we are getting now ever more closer to that 40-degree mark, which will be surpassing around the end of March. So we're not too many months away, perhaps from seeing some pretty significant uptick in the migration of the magnetic North Pole. That's what we're currently mainly interested on this website. There's a lot of work dedicated to that, and of course we have the archives, and not just this work that we do here, where we use all of our equipment to check what's going on with CO2, oxygen, muons, background radiation, that sort of thing. We also have the dedicated Trimag system, and in various parts of the world we have the magnetometers which relay back data from those locations, as well as muon detector information. So that's in a nutshell, guys. Again, there is a link down there. It is the worst possible time for us to raise money at this time of the year, so bear that in mind. Would be grateful if we could get a little bit more help and try and push us out the red, which we always seem to be ever increasingly deepening in. So there's not a lot else to say. I won't keep you anymore, other than just to say what I usually do. You take care of your loved ones. The clock is ticking now. We're getting close to that 40-degree mark, and there is a link down there if you want to help support us. The only other thing to say is, what, guys, take care of your loved ones. Get some preps if you haven't already. Think about it if you haven't got them already. And I'll say what I usually do. Bye for now.